meditating on the truth of life. The picture of a human life.
An unknown artist, in the Middle Ages, summarized a human life into 4 paintings, which were placed next to each other. The first picture depicts childhood. There is nothing more beautiful and peaceful than childhood. An innocent, carefree child sits on a sailing boat that has just anchored off the shore. The child looks at the waves without fear, because the person holding the steering wheel is an angel. The black shadow is sleeping gently behind the wheel.
In the second picture, people suddenly see the boy become a teenager, standing looking at the distant horizon with excitement about new things. The angel was still holding the steering wheel, but the waves had crashed and the darkness had awakened.
The third picture is a scene of adulthood. The sky has become gloomy. Wind and waves crashed on all sides. The rudder was in the hands of the shadow. The angel was tied up in a corner. The man had to use all his strength to fight to keep the boat from capsizing.
Finally, in the fourth picture, we see an old man sitting leisurely in the middle of the boat. The waves calm down. The wind calms down. The sun appears again. The angel had regained the rudder, and the shadow was tied tightly behind.
Life is a difficult journey. The destination can be a peaceful harbor, or it can also be an abyss of death. Arriving at a peaceful place, or losing your load in the middle of the road. No one can decide that fate for us, but only each person must know how to be the master and steer their own boat. Perhaps many of us are too familiar with the game, heaven and hell, that children often gather in front of the cathedral yard to play together. Heaven is on one side, hell is on the other side. Those who play will have to go through a gate made by the 2 leaders with their hands. They will have to answer a few questions. When they are caught by the leaders, if they can give the answers, they will enter the heaven. If they can't give the answers, they won't be allowed to enter the heaven. The game is simple, but also has the effect of planting an image of life in our heads. Life is a departure. The direction of life depends on each person's decision. The road to ruin life is always wide. The path to holy life is a narrow one, requiring much fighting.
Holiness is a gift from God, but it takes a lot of hard work and struggle for people to achieve it. When we talk about fighting, we talk about enemies, the lions circling around, looking for prey to devour in our lives, is the countless traps that lie on our path. These pitfalls also come from the outside, but most of them come from within our souls. Those are the desires and passions that are tearing at our souls. Only when we defeat that internal enemy and turn them into a loyal army will we be able to defeat the enemy from outside. The first and main weapon that helps us defeat our internal enemies is prayer. Jesus told his disciples, "Only by fasting and praying can you overcome this demon."
Turn your face to the sun, and the shadows will fall behind you.